This is a full guide on how to obtain the items to kill the Ancient Fuelweaver and how to kill the Ancient Fuelweaver. I recommend you watch the Atrium overview, Ruins overview, and Caves overview before this guide to understand fully. First, the items needed to start the Ancient Fuelweaver battle: 8 fossil pieces, 1 ancient key, and a Shadow Atrium. The fossil pieces can be obtained from mining stalagmites and spilagmites, with the stalagmites giving a guaranteed fossil drop, and the stalagmites having it as a rare drop. Next, the ancient key. This is obtained by killing the Ancient Guardian. Get to the center of the labyrinth and through the sacred biome in the ruins. Then get the Ancient Guardian stuck on an ancient pillar or gravestone and kill him. Then take his ancient key from the chest. Finally, the Shadow Atrium. This is obtained by killing the 3 shadow pieces, the Shadow Knight, the Shadow Bishop, and the Shadow Rook. To fight them, the corresponding marble sculpture must be repaired with the head found throughout the world, there's 3 of these total, and then mined on either a new moon or full moon. If they are mined on the new moon, it will immediately start the fight and give the sculpture recipes, or if mined on a new moon, they will spawn regular clockworks and then give the sculpture recipes. These can then be used to spawn the shadow pieces later during a new moon. The shadow pieces are extremely dangerous, hard to dodge, and have odd abilities. After killing one of the shadow pieces, the remaining pieces will level up, going to tier 2 or tier 3. The Shadow Bishop and Rook attack by teleporting on the player and dealing area of effect damage, and the Shadow Knight attacks just like a normal Clockwork Knight. To prepare for the fight, bring approximately 400 healing worth of food, a cane, 5 football helmets or equivalent, and a ham batter stronger. First do a combination of tanking and running while killing the Shadow Knight, then change to mostly running while killing the Shadow Bishop, and then use your cane and a path to dodge and hit the Shadow Rook between its attacks, as it can be dodged with a very large speed boost. Next, getting to the Ancient Fuelweaver, there are 3 methods for groups to get in. Number 1 is running through the Atrium, number 2 is glitching off the map and teleporting to the end of the Atrium, and number 3 is teleporting in with the Lazy Deserter. I recommend using a combination of both 2 and 3. Now there will be 2 guides on how to kill the Ancient Fuelweaver in a duo and as a solo.
First, as a duo, each person will need at least 120 healing food each and 200 positive sanity food, a nightmare amulet, 2 dark swords each, 4 football helmets or equivalent, 1 person with a lazy explorer, and a cane, if the other person doesn't have a lazy explorer. The Ancient Fuelweaver has multiple special moves. First, he can snare the player with a bone cage, which does 100 damage, then attack the player. He can also do a ranged attack in a circle around him that does 100 damage, which is easy to dodge. He can snare all insane players in the arena and attack them while they can't move. He also has defensive abilities. After losing half his health, he can become invincible by summoning Shadow Hands, which the player must be insane to kill. While in the invincibility phase, he can also eat his woven shadow minions for 400 healing each. For this strategy to work, the person with a lazy explorer should be the person who does the most damage, or the person who has the most maximum HP, if damage multipliers are the same. This person will effectively be the peel for the team. When snared in the bone trap, they will teleport out, hit the Fuelweaver, and make sure he doesn't attack the teammate. Between snares, hit the Fuelweaver 3 to 4 times before kiting to save HP, and make sure to avoid his ranged attack. Once he gets to his second phase and becomes invincible, 1 player should use their Shadow Amulet and kill the hands, while the others lure the Fuelweaver and deal with the woven shadow minions. Keep in mind your partner will be stunned often because they are insane, so keeping the Fuelweaver occupied is top priority. After both sets of minions have been dealt with, continue to attack the Fuelweaver and repeat this until you kill him. Keep in mind while fighting the Fuelweaver, it's hard to stop the fight, so it's better to commit than be ready to run. Or, as a solo, you will need at least 300 healing food, 500 sanity food, 8 football helmets or equivalent, a lazy explorer, a nightmare amulet, and 3 dark swords. For the first phase, position yourself against the void while kiting the Fuelweaver, so that the bone cage is escapable without using a charge of the lazy explorer. After getting to the second phase, time is key. Kill the Shadow Hands as fast as possible while positioning yourself closely to the Fuelweaver, so that you can kill the woven minions when they spawn. After getting rid of the Shadow Hands and woven minions, tank the Fuelweaver and repeat until he's dead. This method is extremely dangerous to attempt as anyone but Wolfgang, but it's still possible as other characters. Since it's so dangerous, it's recommended that you leave items close enough so that you can revive and escape if need be.
That's all for this video. If you liked the video, you may want to check out Freddo Films' GoFundMe so that he can build a better computer and make better videos. I'll start the ball rolling by putting 10 of the American dollar dues right in there. Thanks, guys.